it look smaller?
Huh?
That's what kids always say when they come back home, right? They go off to the great wide world, come home, and everything looks small. Haven't seen you around here much lately.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little smaller? I was in the neighborhood. Figured I'd stop in to get a few reps in before my big match with Bianca.
Shotzi's not also in the neighborhood, is she? You know my insurance doesn't cover tanks.
I don't think you have to worry. Tanks don't get great gas mileage, so she probably won't come crashing through the wall. No promises, though.
And just when I was starting to feel nostalgic about you breaking things around here. How are you feeling after that crutch attack?
I'm fine. Can you believe Shotzi's still bitter you didn't book her in TBD? And now she's turning it into a whole thing about how I stole her so-called War Games idea.
In fairness, it's you who didn't want to book her.
What? Really?
I believe your words at the time were, "I'm not impressed."
That does sound like me. But I was probably just being flippant.
Being flippant without thinking that your actions could actually have consequences? Yeah, definitely you. Then, on purpose or not, Shotzi effectively brings you up to the big leagues, and instead of any sort of thanks, you steamroll right into a fantastical whirlwind tour of all things WWE.
Let's be fair. I didn't steamroll right away. And Shotzi brought me to Raw so she could make an example of me.
Maybe, but is that also why she pitched you the idea for a War Games match when you were GM? A match you thought was a good enough idea to book but then shut her out of?
I never said it was my idea. Besides, it wasn't a groundbreaking suggestion, and everything worked out.
Right, because I'm sure the WWE Universe saw the superstar GM announce the War Games match, put herself in it, and then thought, who else can I give credit to for setting up this awesome main event? It worked out for you. And now you get a championship match against Bianca Belair. Shotzi? Not so much.
Jeez, whose side are you on, Geneva?
You know whose side I'm on. That's why I gotta be straight with you, to make sure you get your head right so you can take that title from Bianca.
You know, after ignoring WWE for so long, becoming their champion is the only thing I can dream of.
This is a moment of destiny for a woman who spent years crisscrossing the world and honing her skills before finally arriving in the big leagues of WWE.
You can really feel the electricity in the arena, Michael.
Waiting on the champion here.
It's obvious Bianca's playing mind games with her opponent.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Shotzi's vendetta against the #1 contender continues.
And it looks like she's had about enough of it.
No, guys, it's not what you think. I have a seriously heartwarming announcement. Bianca Belair can't be here tonight.
This is the second time the #1 contenders match has been called off.
No, I told you, it's actually heartwarming. Bianca was wrapping up an appearance at a nearby community center before the show when suddenly, out of nowhere, 3 buses of adorable children from a local school showed up, excited to meet the Women's World Champion. And you know how Bianca is. She wouldn't leave until everyone got a picture and an autograph. How those buses showed up just in time to prevent Bianca from making it here for her championship match tonight, we may never know. But Bianca just couldn't leave those sweet children hanging. Are you seriously booing children? Wow, what a bloodthirsty bunch you all are. I did feel bad that you didn't have a match anymore tonight, though. Oh no, it's not me. I have the night off from in-ring action, just like at War Games. But these 3 women do not.
The Cap has history with all these women.
And we're getting word from the truck that she'll be facing them in a fatal four-way.
I think she said to bring it on.
Easy to say, harder to survive. Shotzi's curated a formidable challenge for the #1 contender.
Honestly, I'm just impressed that Shotzi managed to curate this match and 3 busloads of children in the same day.
What? That was Shotzi?
For God's sakes, catch up, Byron. Nonetheless, this is going to be a huge fatal 4-way contest here on Raw. Like you said, Corey, Kat definitely has a target on her back due to her history with these 3 other superstars.
I'm just wondering, after all these false starts, if Kat will ever make it to her title match with Bianca Belair.
I think that's Shotzi's exact goal, Saxton.
Double Russian legs. Tossing them aside.
It wasn't the higher distance that caused the damage, but...
Set up mat slam. Into the count.
She shows that she's far from finished. Asuka. What are we going to see here?
She breaks the hold.
Ripley with the tie. Liv won't come back from that.
Shoulders down.
And that'll be it. Finally a victory. What a hard-fought win. Now let's get another look at some of the high points of that one.
You, wasn't it? You're the reason I'm missing my championship match with Bianca. Again.
Oh, it's hardly my fault. Your car service was way too willing to accommodate your new itinerary. You know, they really should have some sort of security on that. Figured the least I could do was play hooky from Raw 2 so we could have a little chat.
You really want to do this here?
Fight in an airport lounge? Absolutely not. They'd never let me back in, and I love their little mini cupcakes too much. I just want what's mine.
What exactly is that, Shotzi? I can't go back in time and hire you at TBD. I can't go back and put you in War Games. Your obsession with me is unhealthy.
What's unhealthy is theft. And I'm not just talking about War Games. You may have gotten a free pass from Regal to waltz around WWE, ripping off other people's ideas, moves, and gear, but you didn't get a free pass from me. You're the #1 contender. That should be me. Put it on the line in a match. Win or lose, we are done after that.
If it means never having to deal with your BS again, fine, you're on. But only because there's no way I lose.
WWE Shotzi has had it out for her. Now they finally meet again to settle their issues.
This goes back even further to the independent.
Predicament, shoulders down.
She came here to fight, not lay down.
Oh, what a kick.
Great athleticism displayed, followed by the lariat.
Stunner. We got a cover. Forces the shoulder up after 2. Buster. She's going for it.
After years of antagonism, Cap has finally put Shotzi behind her. What a win.
I don't think Shotzi got the memo, Saxton. She's not going to take this insult lying down.
Spear out of nowhere from Bianca Belair.
The Women's World Champion just obliterated Shotzi.
Looks like Bianca's just as tired of Shotzi's shenanigans as anyone.
And now the champion and the #1 contender are facing off.
We may not have to wait for a match. This could jump off right here.
It's finally happening. The #1 contender and the Women's World Champion will finally go one-on-one.
It's about darn time.
This is going to be an epic clash for that championship, and I can't wait to see it.
Thanks for having my back out there.
I was annoyed. Honestly, I think the whole WWE universe was.
So, guess this means we're finally gonna get our match, huh?
You're pretty excited for someone who's about to get handled.
I see how it is. Well, you just go ahead and underestimate me, champ.
Oh, I don't underestimate you at all. I've seen your stuff on the indies. I know you can go, but so can I.
You've watched my indie matches? I didn't know you'd be into that.
What? Just because I started wrestling at WWE and never had an independent run doesn't mean I can appreciate what you did there. I mean, that dive off the balcony against La Congrejita Loca? Wild. Self-destructive and probably ill-advised, but wild.
Man, if you had ever been a free agent when I was in TBD, I would have gladly jumped off a balcony against you too.
That sounds like a blast. Except I'm the one who would have been doing the jumping. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with how it came up, but I do sometimes wonder what an indie career would have been like for me. It sounds like an adventure.
Huh.
What?
Just gets me thinking about our match.
About whether I'm going to pin or submit you?
No, well, not exactly. Someone recently pointed out that I was lucky enough to experience a fantastical whirlwind tour when I got to WWE. I got to have the adventure. I'm wondering if I should pay it forward.
What do you have in mind?
You're confident you're gonna beat me anyway, right?
Anytime, any place.
I was really hoping you'd say that.
You want to do what?
It's just going to be 2 matches.
Best of 3 series. So yeah, it might go to, if Bianca really has no fight in her.
It'll probably go 2. That's as many as I need.
It's not the best of 3 series that gives me pause. It's the locales. It is the usual custom to defend the WWE Women's World Championship on WWE TV.
Sure, we could do that if we want to stick with what's comfortable. Or, get this, we fight for the Women's World Championship in the coolest indie arenas around.
Japan? Mexico? We could even go back to your old stomping grounds in the UK. Honestly, sounds like a great way to push that grassroots international exposure you business types are always talking about.
And you know what else it sounds like?
Oh, I'm positive you'll tell me.
It sounds like a big swing. It sounds like taking advantage of every opportunity on the table. And it sounds like doing something different without being afraid to fail.
I know what you're getting at, and I'm not sure I like you turning my words back on me.
I'm sorry to interject, but this is ridiculous. It's unheard of. Allowing a WWE champion to defend at these underground indie shows? Untelevised? What about the advertisers?
Advertisers? Really?
I'm afraid Troy makes an excellent point. Marketing will hate this.
See?
Fortunately, this is not a marketing company. This is a professional wrestling company. A professional wrestling company that's going to take a swing, and whose general manager cannot wait to get on the road. The only question is, where to first?
Don't look at me. This is your world. I'm just the adventuring tourist who gets to hit you, wherever you so choose.
It may be my world, but I say we make it your world to start. What if we go back to your old territory? Match 1 at Club UK.
God save the king.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Pretoria, South Africa, Amelia! And from Knoxville, Tennessee, the WWE Women's World Champion, Bianca Belair!
Dear, dear, dear. That cannot have gone as you'd hoped.
No. Everything went exactly according to my plan of getting hit in the face a bunch.
Are you regretting giving Bianca the invitation into the Indies?
Not at all. I miss the intimacy of a smaller show, the interaction with the fans. Just didn't expect Bianca to pull the same energy from the crowd quite as easily as she did.
Bianca got very comfortable very quickly.
Respect to her performance, but that was a major case of beginner's luck. We'll see how she handles the next match in our series.
Which raises the question, where to next on this great tour of the world?
I've been giving that some thought, with an ice pack on my jaw. Bianca hits hard, and so do I. So let's go to the home of strong style, Japan.
Sure, if you buy at the Japanese steakhouse we always go to.
Deal. That feels like a fitting celebration once I beat Bianca. But only the food. I'm not buying you another jacket.